How did you find me?
The apple you stole from Mario Auditore led me here.
Kill him! Kill the assassin! Tear the maldito bastardo to pieces!
And then the sequence glitched, so we had to go through the whole thing. Yep. So, following the fall of the Borgia, Cesare ran off to Spain, where his family was initially from, and got involved in the dispute. Oh.
Look at those cannons.
That was a very silly way to end that fight, but yeah, here we are in Viana. Big war going on. Cesare is helping out. I think it's a family relation of his, and we're gonna hunt him down and kill him because Viana is where Cesare died.
Spoilers for history.
I need munition.
History is spoiler free. It's a spoiler free zone.
You fist fought the Pope.
I did. That was that. Well, see, the thing is, we don't know if Rodrigo ever got in a fist fight. We can't.
Castelviana. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
You know, if you respell if you take the letters in Castelviana and rearrange them, do you know what you get?
I think I can guess.
That's correct. You get Bloodstained Rituals of the Night.
Oh yes, I will have to get that because apparently it's like Castlevania 3 inspired or something. In multiple characters and stuff.
Not somewhat that, but more
skimpy-ish.
It's an Iga game, so it's the guy who, the Symphony of the Night style.
Yeah, full disclosure, the only Igavania I've played is Symphony because I've never been a big portable gamer. And if you want to play Igavanias, you have to get DS and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
I had a DS a long time ago. I lost it. No idea where it went. And
I have a 3DS somewhere around here. I think it's in a bag over in the corner, and I should possibly go look. This is going to be great when we get to previous episodes when I may or may not have found it by then.
And the video glitching there is very appropriate because I was right next to the memory sequence wall.
Yeah.
See, this is all Animus stuff you're watching right here.
Yeah. So this is...
this is kind of a stealth mission and kind of not. You can run through this easily, whatever.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of you can sneak through pretty well. It's showing here, but it's really not necessary.
Especially if you have smoke bombs.
Yeah. I mean, you can't carry unlimited smoke bombs, but generally speaking, you don't need to. These are soldiers of some king Cesare is fighting for. The idea is that database entry is that Cesare is trying to aid the king.
He's trying to get power back after he basically you took it all away from him.
Yeah, after the Borgia got chased out of Rome by Cardinal della Rovere, who is going to become the next pope, or maybe
it would have helped if he hadn't stuck to try to poison his father with the apple.
Yeah, and if you'll remember the final Da Vinci disappearance video. I think it was Ezio's mom mentioned it was Claudia that said Ezio had returned back to Rome. This is where he came back from. This is taking place before the final Da Vinci. This is taking place before all of the Da Vinci disappearance issues.
Yeah, but the Da Vinci disappearances from the Brotherhood sequence is the chronologically last set of events in this game.
Yeah,
which is also why Lucretia is still alive and
but the thing is
going insane.
The thing is that when you're doing an LP, you kind of have to figure a good way to end it. Like, what's an appropriate final video? And the end of the base game is a better one than the end of the Da Vinci disappearance.
Yes. And as long as it doesn't involve the thief missions, well, we're okay.
Yeah. Because, canonically speaking, at the time I recorded this, I still have not done them. And I think, as I've mentioned before, I didn't know that they existed, so I thought I only had the trophy left to finish the game, and that was it. But no, that was incorrect. I was wrong about that. But yeah, what's going on here is soldiers of some king are fighting against the Castellan monarchs who... Castile is the foundation for the current kingdom of Spain. These are trying to maintain an independent kingdom. We can't allow that. No. Especially when it's the Borgia getting involved. Then we have to.
Yep.
And the current Castellan monarchs are Ferdinand and Isabella, who approved Columbus's expedition.
Yay. And also probably helped finance Christina's cousin's voyages to the New World as well.
Yeah, the thing is, if
remember Christina?
The fun thing is that if Columbus was actually right about wanting to be, if Columbus was actually wanting to go to India, and the monarchs knew how long of a voyage it was, it never would have been true. Because Columbus was pretty much just some guy. He didn't really have any experience at all to make him a safe investment.
It was white.
And when he finally ended up in the New World, he pretty much couldn't have been further away from where he was intending to go. I mean, India's on the other side of the planet from the Antilles or whatever.
Yeah, that's sort of true.
I mean, I'm just speaking in a geographic sense. He almost couldn't have been more wrong if he tried. And these guys are pretty casual for just strolling around the battlefield here. I mean, look at that guy. He does not care. Of course, I had to kill him, but, you know, whatever. Unfortunately, neither the king's soldiers or the Castellan soldiers take too kindly to a heavily armed robed man walking around. So most of the time these dudes will be fighting each other. If they're in the same place as you, they'll gang up on you. Unfortunately, the advanced AI of Revelations, where enemy soldiers will attack each other, has not been implemented yet.
Yeah, well, it also was, you know, to be fair for this game, this is like one of the few scenarios where there actually are more than one faction actively fighting you. Sorry, so it kind of gets weird. Like in the other one, it makes sense because you had both the Ottomans and the Sultanate guards, whatever the heck, Byzantines. So there were two separate factions going after you that could attack you.
Yeah.
Primarily, it was the Ottoman.
Cesare! The walls surround you! There is nowhere to run!
Come then, Ezio!
Yeah.
I cannot die!
So the historic account is that Cesare fell off the side of a castle, and that's how he got killed. See, we're following history here.
Stay back!
By stabbing him.
With the same dagger Brutus used to kill Julius Caesar.
Take that!
You know, I think it's a little late in the game to be giving us that basic combat tip.
No, you see, this is really like one of the very first things you would see in the game if it didn't glitch out. That's why it's there.
So Cesare, you know, he is boasting a whole bunch, but he is by far the most dangerous enemy in the game because he has the pistol and he has a lot of health, and dudes will help him out.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there aren't really any hard enemies in this game except for maybe the Swiss Guard.
Yeah.
Who aren't hard.
And that's if you fight them in a straight up fight. If you insta-kill them, well, that doesn't really count.
Or you figure out how to like break the AI. Yeah. Most of the time, you can break the AI. Actually, I take it back. The most dangerous enemy in this game are the pikemen.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Because they're the ones who have like literally unavoidable area effect attacks.
Very annoying.
Yes.
It would be pretty funny if you could make Cesare cower by using the dagger of Brutus, but Unfortunately, Ubisoft thought ahead.
Yeah. And of course, this is interesting in that it's, you are slowly but steadily removing his armor from him.
But the thing is, in fiction, armor never really helps people. I mean, look at these guys. They're all wearing armor, and I'm going through them like hot knife through butter.
Well, they all have little fleshy parts like explosive points that you're really good at. Because you have a little thing that goes stabby stab.
Yeah, but there aren't. I should have a little more trouble killing these guys than what I'm regularly doing.
I think get scared of the stupid dagger.
Oh, that's the reason. See, I actually took it. See, my dagger is going right. Unless I'm like stabbing his joints really hard, then I shouldn't have been able to kill that heavily armored dude as easily as I did. But yeah, the key thing you have to remember, Cesare,
The throne was mine.
Wanting something does not make it your right.
What do you know?
That a true leader empowers the people he rules.
I will lead mankind into a new world.
Che nessuno ricordi il tuo nome. Requiescat in pace.
You cannot kill me. No man can murder me.
Then I leave you in the hands of fate.
The throne was mine. What do you know? I will lead mankind into a new world. You cannot kill me. No man can murder me.
We've got it. The Colosseum.
Let's go. We can be there before dawn.
Wait, there was something about that door. I don't think I saw a handle. Let me run an analysis.
Great. So we need some kind of futuristic key.
It seems to open with a verbally triggered mechanism. I've never seen anything like it.
You mean it needs a password?
Try humming Beethoven's Fifth.
Damn European power grid. Now we can't scan Ezio's memories to find the password.
Triangles that we may have seen
Damn
previously in this
socialist
game.
power grids.
We have to find that password.
Ezio knows the answer.
This damn elevator's been broken for 3 days.
Me
Can't
too.
believe we're stuck here.
Unfortunately, none of our buddies have anything to say, so we've got to find out the clues ourselves. I actually don't know. See, there's a clue Ezio left as to how to get to the Apple Chamber, but I'm not sure if you can see it before this part of the game. And you know what I'm going to say? I'm really, really, really glad the recording didn't glitch up at this final sequence, because you can replay story stuff with Ezio, but you can't replay Desmond stuff. So if...
Hey, maybe it has something to do with this.
Symbol matches the one on the door to the vault.
1419, 1420, 1421. What if they aren't dates?
1419, 1420. Oh my god.
What?
God!
Tell us already!
I am! The Tetragrammaton, the 72 names of God. You see? They're all contained within 3 verses, Exodus 19 through 21. And get this, you'll like this, if you arrange the 4 Hebrew letters in God's name within an equilateral triangle, their numerical values add up to the same number. 72.
Are you absolutely sure about this?
That's kind of why I'm saying it out loud, Rebecca, yeah, but I haven't got to the kicker yet. Construction on the Colosseum began in the year 72.
I think we have our password.
Sean, go get the van.
Deja vu.
I bet.
Let's go.
Whoa, what about us, eh? You might actually need a historian down there.
Sean's right. That tunnel should lead under Capitoline Hill. I'll help them find another entrance.
Nice try. I've seen your car.
Recording glitched a bit there, but as you can see from the when I got near the memory wall, my recording software was having a time of it the night I recorded this.
Yeah. So this is kind of fun. I do like the fact that they decided to give you the run around to the Colosseum and the catacombs underneath.
Yeah, it's nice to see the same stuff you saw closer to its original shape as Ezio as Desmond. Desmond will do additional the stuff in Revelations doesn't count. Desmond will do platforming among modern-day environments, and perhaps a later sequel, I don't know, but this is the first time Desmond is really jumping around.
And maybe Desmond will get a gun.
This is the same stuff Ezio is jumping around on, so it's cool to have that point of comparison between them.
I can't believe I'm actually going to hold the apple.
It's been a long time.
So obviously you can kind of see where the
I wonder if
old...
Whether it can tip the scales in
See,
our
that's
favor.
where we were fighting the dude at the gala underneath. And you can kind of see this is the interesting part of how the Colosseum has the actual extensive foundation and catacombs underneath it.
That was one of the layers of Romulus, too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and the whole thing with
Yes.
Desmond seeing ghostly images is a continuation of that subplot from Assassin's Creed 2, where the bleeding effect was starting to make him see things things that he normally would only see on the Animus. So spending more time with Ezio means he's starting to merge more with his ancestor.
Hey, maybe this time we'll be lucky.
Yeah. Well, not much we can do about it. We'll fix it eventually.
It's just one of those things growing boys you go through every now and then.
Yeah, I do have to say, I do really like this because this is one of those cases where I don't think we've had a good design language talk in a while, but how this game does very good with design language and
There's so
where
much
you can go and where
Yeah.
you can't go,
This place is like a maze.
and how you can kind of figure out what to do.
Like, it's not super obvious where you have to go, so you kind of have to use some of that old noggin to figure out what. And you even get a little history lesson with your buddies talking about the history of the Colosseum. Apparently, someone in the Middle Ages had the bright idea of using the Colosseum as like a loom factory or something. Like at one point, it was being used for a totally different purpose other than preserving ancient buildings or fighting. But
So?
yeah, they got over that pretty fast. And today it's.
I have a
You could actually restore the Colosseum to what it looked like in ancient Roman days, just because we would know what the collapsed parts looked like.
Yeah, it's been pretty well restored.
Someone wants to make sure we get it right.
Yeah. And again, here's kind of where we, at the end of the sequence, I'm chasing the dude, and here's the room where you would run into and alert the guys.
So it all comes full circle.
So, all in all, I really do like this. This is a really good callback, and then...
Yeah, again...
I'm glad we have just a random hay barrel there in the middle of the construction site.
Back on familiar ground.
Left over from ancient times. Aha.
Well, let's go push the glowing yellow thingies.
I mean, your first inclination would be like the statue has some hidden switch in it that opens this door, but now you have to look into the vision.
Yeah. There's...
We commit to this space the epilogue of our ending. Let it be found by he who is deemed worthy. Let it guide him. Let it shape his path forward. Let it save the world we leave behind.
Who are you?
What's going on, Desmond?
Nothing.
In the beginning, we set our truths to parchment, to stone, to the memory of men. These proved impermanent things, cleansed by fire, cleansed by famine, cleansed by flood. All the world is innocent once more, innocent and ignorant.
Game.
And they actually had mock naval battles in the Colosseum too when it was actually being used. So very versatile building.
Yep. Yep, it was, it could be hydraulically sealed or whatever you want to call it.
And they would also bring in exotic, because the Roman Empire was so big and it covered so much of the ancient world. They were bringing in all sorts of exotic animals to come and fight. Lions were pretty popular. I think they brought in hippopotami too, but don't quote me on that. I just think they did. Because everyone knows what assholes hippopotami have been for quite some time.
Well, just wait till you get to Assassin's Creed Origins. They are the biggest assholes in that game.
I assume the crocodiles are the gentle giants. Like if you have an Egypt game, you gotta have crocodiles in it.
I'm coming.
Well, you guys got up here quick.
Took you long enough.
What is this place?
Santa Maria alla Quella.
Protagonist always has to do
See
things
those
the hard
columns
way.
along the aisles? They're lifted from Roman ruins. Now, supposedly, this church was built on top of the ancient temple of Juno.
I like the ceiling.
Do you? You like the ceiling? Oh, you are a fascinating travelling companion.
Sean is pretty much always like this. He's not like a super nice... I mean, he's informative. He's dedicated to the cause and all that, but he's pretty much always like this.
Yeah. Super stodgy, except for the one case.
Yeah, I mean, he's
the
nice.
one case.
Yeah.
Or he finds a dog
Like, you'd expect him to be like a secretly nice guy or something, but he's pretty much always like that, actually.
No, yeah, he's pretty much an asshole.
But he's good at his job, and that's why people keep him around. Like, I haven't played the newer I have the newer Assassin's Creeds. I haven't played them yet, but he's not dead yet. He's still alive. Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Don't go into specifics too much, but do they actually have a named protagonist in the newer games? That's good.
Yes. Yes. And it's the same bit one between the first Origins and Odyssey. So, yes. It's not like you're playing Assassin's Creed 4 and Rogue where you're not
or Unity
exactly
where you're just
person.
some guy pretty much. Exactly.
Some guy playing a video game at home.
We did not build them to be wise.
So the idea here is that we've been below this place as Ezio. When we did the Colosseum front lair of Romulus, we were below this place, and now we need to get to the same place Ezio was to find the Temple of Juno, where the apple.
Or turn them against one another.
But the trick is, Ezio didn't know what the password was when he came through. Yeah, that was it. Just God.
It was God. I'm so glad that nobody figured out how to open up some of these
Something's open.
And
ladders.
thank God we're doing this at night, because this would be very hard to explain when parishioners come through.
Here is a safe place.
It's all the monkey bars.
Store objects. Words.
Wait, they've always been there? What the fuck were these Catholics doing years ago?
I mean, the Catholic Church in the Assassin's Creed world is a front for the Templars or something, so who knows about these people?
We can distract
In this game.
Oh yeah, they're good. They're good in the modern day in this world, or something. It's more they don't know what's going on.
Stamina, unending. We cannot evade his grasp. Not forever.
The Templars used them to co-opt it in this game. Hey, there's...
Although Catholic John Roberts is the Templar in this canon.
Hello. That wasn't in the blueprints.
Desmond, get down here!
On my way.
I mean, guys, I'm way up on the roof of a church. I think you could give me a little time to get down there. But thankfully, the monkey bars are there.
Whatever this is, it doesn't do anything.
Oh yeah, and
It's a dead
Desmond
end.
doesn't have a life bar, so you could jump off any height and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
Basically, you can't. Nobody can die in these segments. Everybody's immortal. Unless you're cutscene lanes, anything is possible.
What's going on?
And if you'll remember, assassins like Altair and Ezio are special genes that allow them to interact with all these first civilization technology things.
If you want to
Well, a lot of them do, but some of them do. But Desmond has a whole bunch of them.
And for the record,
The eugenics, baby,
Ezio and Altair are not
of the
related.
assassins.
It's just the thing is, Ezio and Altair's bloodlines have to coincide with Desmond. That's why it's special.
Now for that password. Sean's right, that is.
I'm always
And
right.
so there's
Above
Oh, yeah.
Connors.
That never happened. I was
And
misquoted.
well, I guess Connors. You know, that's
Yeah,
Ethan's
that whole bloodline.
and Kenway's. That doesn't come from him. And it's also implied that he's got about another at least dozen or so. Because most of the Assassin's Creed Unity, you see a bunch of things that are all being made from
Yeah.
Desmond being one.
we've seen that symbol as one of Subject 16's scrawlings, and it was one of the puzzle icons, puzzle glyphs, I should say, in Assassin's Creed 2.
Think it speaks English?
Just say it.
I apologize for the guy who keeps screaming at us every time we try to do one of those puzzles, who posted in the thread.
If only.
If only we could learn by the sound of your voice.
Again,
I think
my recording software was having a time.
After you, I think.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't.
Who cares?
Let's just say I am not going to replay the game to get this final sequence again perfectly. That is not gonna happen.
You guys have to see this.
Yeah.
I mean, the frustrating part is that my recording of the final Rome missions up until a particular cutscene ended was fine, and then it just completely went to shit.
The apple seems to be in the center.
Yeah.
Time to find out where those temples are.
Yeah. Hope they're not in, like,
Albany.
upstate New York or something.
Bad neighborhood.
Now that's true.
No, I just assume.
No! More flash.
I'm just going to assume all of. I'm just going to assume all of upstate New York.
Or you might cause this room to turn into an alien spaceship and fly away. Think about it.
100 years I might speak, and still you would not know us. You with 5 senses, us with 6. The one we kept from you, to be safe. Now you can never know, only try. Grasp. You can see, smell, taste, touch, hear. Has been locked away. When the world became undone, we tried to pass it through the wall. Tried to join you to us. You see the vision, you hear the words, but you do not know. We should have left you as you were. It is hard to stay contained, knowing as we do. We wait for you, Desmond. You will come here. You will activate it. You will know only just too late.
Did you hear any of that?
Any of what?
So where are the temples?
You want me to ask it?
Or think it or something. You sure you asked it the right thing?
I know this, I know that symbol. That's a Phrygian cap. It stands for freedom, and that's a Masonic eye. Now those two come together in only one place.
What's happening? I can't move.
Your DNA communes with the apple. You have activated it.
Let me go!
On the 72nd day before the moment of awakening, you, birthed from our loins and the loins of our enemies, the end and the beginning, whom we abhor and honor, the final journey commences. There is one who would accompany you through the gate. She lies not within our sight. The cross darkens the horizon.
What are you doing?
The path must be opened. You cannot escape your part in this. The scales shall be balanced.
Stop! Please!
You know very little. We must guide you. Cease your struggle.
No!
It is done. The way lies all before you. Only she remains to be found. Awaken the 6th. Go, alone!